Lock your doors and hide your daughters. The IRS plans a 50% increase in audits next year. This year, 2021. Wow! Katie barred the door. Let's read this. More clickbait porn here. So, this from Bloomberg. IRS plans a 50% ramp up in audits of small businesses next year, which is kind of scary. All right, so you're seeing that. And that's this year, 2021. And you're like, oh my, I saw that first, like, holy crap, that's bad, because I'm a small business. And my first impression was, they're really, the Great Reset, Klaus Schwartz, or whatever that guy's name is, from the Great Reset, from the World Economic Forum, the fascist oligarchs there said, they're not playing, are they? They're really ramping it up with Steely Joe in office, that the IRS says we're going to stamp out small business as the best we can because small business is the enemy of a free people. But then I started reading this, I said, oh, okay. So the IRS is planning to ramp up audits of smaller businesses and their investors by about 50% next year, following years of persistently low examination rates, an agency official said Tuesday. The result could be a surge in audits of companies ranging from mom-and-pop retail stores and technology startups to investment funds that have historically faced infrequent checks thanks to the time and effort required at the IRS. Scary stuff. The IRS is focusing our efforts to increase compliance activity in this area of not only partnerships passed through, but also investor returns related to pass-throughs. That'd be S corporations, LLCs. This guy from the IRS Deputy Commissioner said at an AICPA, American Institute of Certified Public Accountants event. We are planning more than 50% increase than we had the previous year for 2021. Pass-through entities, which include partnerships, LLCs, and sole proprietorships. Remember, it's LLC is a limited liability company, not a limited liability corporation. I just want to be clear there. A lot of people make that mistake. A sole proprietorship is an S corporation. A S corporation is a partnership. A sole proprietorship is just me. It's just you running a shop. That's it. But an LLC, an S corp, and a sole proprietorship all flow back to your 1040. A sole proprietorship literally is your 1040. But and incredibly difficult for the IRS to audit because they frequently have complex structures that can involve dozens of interrelated entities. Pass-throughs don't pay taxes themselves, but pass on the profits and tax liabilities to investors, who then pay their taxes on their returns, individual returns. A 50% increase in the number of new audits could still mean that the agency has a long way to go to resume higher audit ratios because it's from a low base to begin with. The IRS audited only 140 partnership returns of the more than 4 million filed in 2018. So 140 out of 4 million. So if they increase it by 50%, that's 280 out of 4 million, or whatever the numerator, denominator, that ain't much, my friends. So less than 0.00004%. All right, so when you hear that, you're like, yeah, it's not so bad. 0.5% of partnership returns were audited in 2010. For S corporations, another pass-through, the IRS audited 397 returns, 0.01%, so 1/100th of 1%. The IRS is hiring 50 more specialized auditors to work these cases with the aim of having them in by February. All right, the issue, that's again, just not a huge issue at all. I mean, my goodness, they're starting from such a low base, it just does not matter. It's kind of like the same thing with the green energy sycophants. Nothing is increasing at a greater speed than green energy. Well, because you're starting at basically nothing, and you go from nothing to 1, that's a 100% increase. Well, fossil fuels are at 80%, so from 80% to 79%, all right, so you took 1% off the grid. Wow, but you can say, look at us, we've increased by 100%. Whoop-de-flip-and-do. Lying with statistics, as Bill Gates says. There's a book out there, which I think I have, How to Lie with Statistics, which Bill Gates recommended because apparently he's using that heavily in this modern era. So anyway, I'm not worried about it in the least. Look, if you were, I used to be a small business banker. Let me tell you, people come to us requesting loans, we have to scour through their financials, tax returns in particular. And there's always 2 sets of books. There's one for the IRS, there's one for the real entity. And you'd want to see both because you'd want to see the true cash flow, then you'd want to see the 1040. And they always had a hard time giving you the real set because we knew that they're showing the IRS something different. And a lot of times when they gave you made it hard to see the real set of books. You're like, well, look, if this is what you're showing me from the IRS, I can't give you the money because you're not having enough cash flow to pay for it. Well, that's not my real set. Well, that's what we're going off there, baby. And so I need to see your real books. Well, you're like, yeah, that's kind of sketchy there. So trust me, I love entrepreneurs, but some of these entrepreneurs do engage in some shady stuff, which hurts everybody. Just pay your freaking taxes, man. The tax rates aren't that high. Just pay the damn things and be done with it. All right, we'll love to hear your comments. We'll see you.